guys, how you doing? Just out here walking around the river, exploring this new wooded area. Well, it's not new, I've known it's here, but I didn't know how accessible it was. But some wooded area along the river that's fairly close to my house, and trying to find some places that I can get out and enjoy the woods, even a day hike or something, but I don't have to travel 50 miles. And so I came to check this out. I can see where the city's trying to expand part of it in the county, but still needs a lot of work. But there is a lot of rough wooded area. Some of it's almost impassable, but great bunch of woods. Looks like gonna have fun exploring it. Excuse me. But the main reason I'm out here is a little while back I did a review on the Mil-Tec assault pack, and one of the negative reviews that I had about it was I could see it as a good day pack or an overnighter pack, but not much way to hook an MSS or a larger sleeping bag, which you saw I have now hooked to it. But Joe at Beard Manatee, sorry about that, I almost said Joe Does Stuff, that was his old name. But anyway, Joe at Beard Manatee sent me a video response showing me how he attached his sleeping bag to his pack. And that helped me think through a lot of things, the way mine was attached. The problems that I saw with the Mil-Tec pack was that, yes, they had MOLLE strapping and webbing on the bottom of the pack. The straps themselves were fairly short, and they would run through the webbing. Well, you thought, okay, just pull it out of the buckle and run the strap around the sleeping bag. Well, the straps were pretty small or short, and the end was folded over 3 times and triple stitched. I mean, hey, good quality. It's sewed up well. It's not going to come apart, but you couldn't pull the strap back through the buckle to wrap around the sleeping bag. So I was lamenting that, as I said, it would probably just be for an overnighter with a small sleeping roll or something, and not something I could use in the winter or a long hike to carry my MSS. But then after watching Joe's video, I started experimenting with mine a little bit. I went ahead and cut the straps and found a way to attach it. So I want to show you my quick and easy modifications. Yeah, they're pretty simple, but it works. And a couple thoughts, and maybe even a suggestion. Mil-Tec, if you're watching, I doubt that you are, but if you are, just a suggestion that maybe an addition or an upgrade to your pack, make it more usable. I'm going to reposition the camera here, and I will show you how I've attached. I don't think you can see that there, but how I've attached the MSS to my pack. Okay, you can see how the pack carries with the sleeping bag attached. You can see how I've attached it. I don't quite like this gap. I'm going to see if I can cinch it up tighter or find a better setup, but it does ride well. There's a little movement, but it's not bad. I may have mentioned I'm only in here maybe 3/4 of a mile or so. Had to come through some thicket though, and it carried well. It carried real well. And it's almost not noticeable. You don't feel it pulling on the pack at all. It not a strain on your back. And I've just got it through the top few straps of the sleeping bag. I would prefer it to go around the sleeping bag, but this works. Let's go in for a close-up. Okay. As I said, I have it attached. I can strap it down a little tighter on the webbing, but it does seem that it wants to work loose a little bit, but it does hold. I'm going to undo that, and I'll show you what I've done and my suggestions to Mil-Tec. As you can see, I've just got it run through the top of the bag. Okay. These were the straps. They originally came through these, through the buckle, and it was triple folded and sewed. There was no way it was coming out of that buckle. so I had to cut it. And at that point, it still left me too short to wrap around the sleeping bag. I'm thinking about adding some additional strapping that will go through the MOLLE webbing and stay there, that will wrap around, and that would probably correct a lot of that gap issue that I said I had that I didn't care for. But I don't want to also have another set of straps that I'm having to take care of when I'm out in the woods. I would rather have them attached to the pack. So that's one suggestion, Mil-Tec. You might want to consider a little bit longer strap and having a way that it can pull through your buckle without having to cut the stitching, which you guys did a great job on it. That was nice and strong, but didn't use it. The other issue I have, I know this is standard stock and trade for these packs, these assault packs, is to have the front buckles up here, which looking at the side is fine, especially if you have a larger strap. But if you have a smaller strap and you're running through, it compresses the bag and you actually lose some space. I would suggest either moving these back to here or to here, possibly here, or set a second set. Might be something to think about, Mil-Tec. But as I said, it was just a simple, basic modification. I just cut the strap ends. I'm going to probably have to stitch that to keep that from unraveling, but it is pretty well cut and sealed, so I don't think there's going to be much of an issue with unraveling, but I'd rather be safe. All right, I'm going to attach the sleeping bag now, and I find it a lot easier to do it this way on its side. I run it through two of the straps. And same with the other strap. And then through the buckle. As I said, I find it easier doing it on its side when I start out. As you can see now, what I'm talking about, at this point, because the straps are all the way in the back, and I'm going through the top, I'm not going around the bag, and then my buckles are clear in the front, when I cinch down, I start losing space. The bag starts compressing on itself. Anyway, then I would, at that point, turn it over, cinch down the buckles, and little tie, which I did forget to do that on the way out here, but it's a little tie, something that will come apart easy enough. But that's a simple, quick modification to use the MSS with the Mil-Tec Assault Pack. Still think it's a good pack for the price. It was fairly cheap. As I said, I think with shipping and everything, it was like $35. I'd have to really go back and take a look, but yeah, I have my top zipper unzipped there. Took my camera out. But as I said, still a good pack. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm more happy now that I know I can carry my MSS with it. Thanks, Joe, for the suggestions. Guys, check his channel out. But I could see that Mil-Tec could do some modifications to their design that would make it better. And again, it's something you could modify yourself. Hope you enjoyed this. See you in the woods. Just a quick thought here. When you go out into the woods, really, when you go out anywhere, take your trash with you. My thoughts is, if you can't carry it out, don't bring it in. Try leaving the place as nice as you found it, nicer if possible. Let that next guy coming in enjoy it like you did when you walked into it clean. Just something to think about.
Right, this has just happened, which has made me do a review on the Mil-Tec bag. Right now, 100%, I'm going to tell you, I love the Mil-Tec bag. I think it is one of the best bags I've ever had, right? And I've bought, I think this is my second or my third, and I think it's my third. I think I had two black ones. I can't remember the exact size. I think it's 35 litres, but hopefully you'll be able to tell from the code. I thought, and I didn't get rid of them because I just wanted a different colour. But what I've noticed, which I never had a problem with the first two bags, right? And I remind you that I love the Mil-Tec bag, is that for some reason the most important part of the bag, one of the most important, is they've cut a corner or they've been cheap or something, right? It's like, it's a simple little cinch thing, right? And it fails, right? And what I'm telling you is that for something so small and so important to the bag or whatever, I find it as a user, as a loyal customer, just really annoying. But because I don't like to be negative on anything, right? And I remind you that I love the bags, right? This is just one little thing that is just, yeah, it's a surprise to me and an irritation, but it's not an unsurmountable problem. So what I'm saying to the person who buys a new Mil-Tec bag is, I'm not saying don't buy, right? And this is obviously just a quick fix that I've come up with, right? Is when you buy the bag brand new, because you're never gonna undo these or whatever, right? What I would do is I would buy some super glue or something like that, some glue that drips in, and I would drip super glue in there on every one of these before. Look, that's another one that's gone that I had to replace with that. And I don't mind, but it's just so unnecessary because it feels like such a small thing for them to get right. Just cinch it or something, I don't know what, right? Yeah. So for me, the fix that I've come up with is, if I buy another, right, is I'm gonna drop glue that drips down there on the brand new bag, and that's the way I'm gonna move forward. But I'm gonna still get the bag. I love the bag. It's a great bag, but that's just a really good thing to know about, because if you don't do that, these with little stress are gonna fail because of the way they've been done. Like, it's literally just been poked in and not properly cinched, which I don't know if I break that apart. Yeah, I don't know, but this could be improved, because that's the only thing in the 3 bags that I've ever had that has ever been sort of less than I'm delighted with it. Anyway, buy the bag, but just know this little weakness and plan for it. All right, thanks very much. I think it's the 35 litre Mil-Tec. Brilliant bag.
Allora, buongiorno a tutti, benvenuti in questa video recensione. Oggi volevo farvi vedere il mio nuovo acquisto, uno zaino della Mil-Tec, e praticamente è uno degli zaini più comodi che io ho mai usato, e ne ho usati veramente tanti. Questa è la versione small, quella piccolina, ma di piccolino ha veramente niente, perché è veramente capiente, puoi mettere di tutto quanto, ha tantissime tasche all'interno. Abbiamo, vi faccio vedere anche, adesso ovviamente è un po' pieno perché potete mettere veramente di tutto, ha delle taschine qui, qua, a questi che sono molto comodi, questi qua per appendere chiavi, tutto quello che volete. Poi che abbiamo, vabbè, io ho messo un altro zaino all'interno per mio figlio, ho fatto un po' di spesa oggi, però per farvi capire quanto è spazioso, cioè veramente spazioso. La cosa carina di questo zaino ovviamente è che oltre vabbè al classico, lo spazio classico che può contenere tantissime cose, potete personalizzarlo a vostro piacere. E io ho preso questa bandierina, questa patch dell'Italia, ma è quella praticamente che si deve sciogliere la colla, quindi andate col ferro da stiro e andate ad applicarla dove volete, però sappiate che una volta messa con la colla andrete a compromettere lo zaino, a rovinarlo, no? Quindi ho deciso sinceramente di lasciare questa da parte, magari me la tengo come ricordo, e andare a mettere quest'altra di The Punisher, molto bella, che potete andare a staccare e attaccare quando e come volete. Questa era quella che stavano in dotazione della Mil-Tec proprio, che ovviamente anche ha questa qua la funzione di stretch, insomma, per attaccarla e staccarla. E niente, volevo farvi vedere un po' tutto quanto, insomma, diciamo la versione questa small, e questa qui, io la mia viso la trovo veramente comoda, e per la, diciamo, per l'uso di tutti i giorni, ma sinceramente potete andarci anche a fare una bella scampagnata, insomma non è come la large che secondo me, per quello che devo farci io, è veramente troppo grande, esagerata. Poi ci sono molti video su YouTube che vi fanno vedere la differenza, ma sinceramente mi sento di sconsigliarla perché è veramente troppo grande, esagerata. Calcolate solamente che arriva tipo qua e alto fino a qua, quindi a meno che non dovete andare a fare un viaggio bello importante, insomma, ve la sconsiglio. Niente, questa era una breve recensione per farvi vedere insomma come era questo zaino, e niente, io ormai ce l'ho da una settimanella e vi posso assicurare che non me ne sto pentendo veramente per niente. Ho fatto questo acquisto veramente ottimo. Ragazzi, c'entra di tutto, è pieno di tasche, non vi sto a far vedere tutte le tasche che ha perché ha veramente moltissime tasche. Con questo vi saluto ragazzi e ve lo straconsiglio, acquistatelo e non ne rimarrete ovviamente delusi. Buona giornata a tutti e spero di esservi stato d'aiuto nella vostra scelta, insomma. Ok? Grazie mille, ciao a tutti.
Allora, zaino Mil-Tec, perfetto. Ne avevo preso un altro ma l'ho restituito. Perfetto, queste particolarità in altri non si vedono, anzi sono delle fruste per uno che va in moto. Ho aggiunto questa pettorale, questa cinghia pettorale, si compra sempre su Amazon e si mette. L'unico difetto, cioè le uniche pecche, vabbè, questa è la mia patch, e dentro comunque dentro ci va tranquillamente, penso anche un 17 se qualcuno lo usasse per il PC. Qui ci va tranquillamente il Mac Pro, un 13 tranquillamente. L'unica accortezza che avrebbero dovuto fare era, a parte questo, il pettorale, le uniche 2 o 3, ecco 3 sì, sarebbe stato buono
un ricovero, un posto dove mettere queste grandi fibbie che, se non utilizzate, rimarrebbero dietro la schiena e farebbero un bel bozzo. Le devi per forza lasciare sganciate per non avere questo problema dietro la schiena. Poi troverò un'altra soluzione. Un'altra cosa magari sarebbe potuta essere utile, comunque ce l'hanno quasi tutti i zaini Decathlon, la semplice. Dicevo, un'altra, sarebbe stata bella un'altra fibbietta qua, nel senso questi spazi, per poter aggiungere casomai nel trasporto un qualcosa sopra con quelle fibbie che vi ho fatto vedere. Comunque Mil-Tec, non c'è niente da fare. Io poi in attività metterò anche il mio porta ulteriori, portasacca, sempre Mil-Tec, non c'è niente da fare, Mil-Tec e Mil-Tec, a parte anche il cosciale e tutto il resto. Va bene.